Hello, this is Rakesh Rao from DesignSense Software Technologies, Bangalore. In this GeoTools video, I'm going to show you a drawing cleanup tool which can be used to snap lines and nodes. Under GeoTools, if you come to the drawing cleanup menu, you can see linear and node line snap. You can also start it from the command line by typing gt_node line snap. Using this command, you can perform snapping of a line to line, line to node, node to line, or node to node. So in this case, line means either a line or a polyline, and a node means either a point or a block entity. You can access this command from the GeoTools ribbon as well. Under drawing cleanup, you can click on linear and node line snap. Now you can see this is a sample data I have taken for the demo of this command, and there are polylines and there are some points next to it. So let us see how we can use this command. So first I'm going to start with the line to node command. So I'm going to click line to node, click OK, and I would also like to show you the distance between this point and the edge of the line. This is 1.413 here, and over here the distance is 0.69. So now let's run the command with the line to node option. So line to node is clicked. You can also specify the snap criteria for line to node, whether you want to snap all vertices or only the first and last vertices. Now in this case, I want to snap only the first and last vertices because my target points are located at the ends of the polyline. In the case of line to node, there is only one tolerance value that you need to give, and that's called as a node tolerance. So if I give the node tolerance as, let's say, 1.2, it means if the end of the line is near a node or a point which is within 1.2 distance, then it's going to get snapped. For snapping, there are three options. Either you can automatically snap, or you can snap automatically and mark the snap points, or you can mark points that would snap but do not snap them. So the second and third option are used for you to do some debugging to find out which point has moved to which location. If you don't want to do that, you can just click on snap automatically and it's just going to snap. I'm going to click OK, scan selected objects. So you can see that the filter now is set to only linear objects, which are line, arc, polyline. So scan selected objects. So I'm going to select all of this and click OK. So now you can see in the report here. So if you zoom in here, you can see this is 1.4139. So it did not snap because it is more than the value of 1.2 which I have specified. While in this case, you can see that it has exactly snapped because if you remember, this distance was 0.69 when we started. So this is how the line to node snap works. Now in a similar manner, we will also now look at some other options like node to line. So I'm back to the original state of this drawing where both the points are at the distances as noted earlier. So we're going to start GeoTools, drawing cleanup, linear and node snap, and I'm going to click this option here, which is node to line. So in node to line, you can see that there are two different parameters that it is asking. So when you snap a point to a line, you have to apply two parameters. There is an endpoint tolerance and a nearest tolerance. So endpoint tolerance means if within this value of 0.7, if an endpoint is found, it will snap to the endpoint. Nearest tolerance means if within 1.5 distance, if a nearest point snap is found, it will snap to that point. Now endpoint tolerance always has more priority than nearest tolerance. So first, this command is going to look for the endpoint and snap there. If it doesn't find an endpoint, then it will go searching for the nearest point within this distance and snap there. So now in this case, so let us specify the endpoint tolerance as 1.2 again, and nearest tolerance is 1.5. That's fine. You can also see that there is another snap mode which is XY only or XYZ. This is useful to either perform a snap only in the XY direction or to snap to the target Z. So in this case, it doesn't make a difference because all my entities are 2D. But in case you had 3D entities, then you need to be sure whether you want to do an XY or an XYZ snap. So snap automatically, I'm going to choose this option, click OK. Now you can see that my object selection filter has changed to only the point entities, which is point, insert and shapes. Click OK. Now I'm going to select these 2 points, enter and say apply. Now once again you can see that it tells you how much snapping was done. Now if you zoom in here, you can see that this has snapped. So I have shown you now line to node and node to line. So these are two options by which you can snap entities to points and lines. Now this command is very useful for various mapping and survey apps where it is often required to apply corrections by way of snapping the entities. Now in a similar manner you can see that there are other options as well here. There is node to node and there is line to line. So line to line snap means the lines will snap to neighboring lines based on again endpoint and nearest tolerance values. Node to node means one point will snap to another point again based on the node tolerance values. The line to line snap option in GT underscore node line snap can be used to fix errors like undershoots and overshoots, as you can see here. So in this case you choose the line to line option, specify the end tolerance and the nearest tolerance, and these kinds of imperfections in the map can be fixed using the line to line option. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.